Yeah, and in general, in the World Cup, this used to be a historical thing back in the day, is like teams, they don't have these robust rosters. A lot of these teams generally just play to their own strengths. You know, we saw Australia, they wanted to play Cupra on the Reinhardt because that's where they feel comfortable. We've seen other teams wanting to play Dive, they don't want to play Sigma. There isn't going to be a standardized meta for the rest of this Overwatch World Cup because teams just want to play to their own strengths, and that's how you find these advantages. Because not only are you playing to your own strengths, it can be difficult for other teams to know how to play against you because every team and every player plays a different way.
Well, we just heard from our insider unknown that Team South Korea are going to play a Sserafim strat of Diva, Tracer, Sombra, Brig, Kiriko. So
whoa, yo, can we give them all the skins as well? Let's just find a way to give them access, and we'll just play the music video over the entire gameplay the whole time. Honestly, you can mute us at this point, and you can just do that, and I'd be okay with it.
I play the song on repeat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited to see them in person at BlizzCon.
It's gonna be awesome.
Are Colombia going to be excited to see those heroes on the other side? Maybe. Maybe they're counterable.
It could be a good strategy. Honestly, that composition isn't too bad. You got Brig, Kiriko on the back line. You got, you know, Sombra, Tracer. It can work. Diva on the tank. Hanbin can do it. If anyone can do it, it's going to be Hanbin. So I hope Unknown doesn't lie to us, the fans.
Well, did he get lied to? We'll find out on the attack. But South Korea have chosen to also attack, so we'll get at least a whole round going. But it's match point for South Korea, Colombia. Gotta hope that these changes will affect their success. They're going back to the May, though, which I didn't love on Busan, but it's a different map, I guess.
It looks like we're getting almost there to the Sserafim setup. We'll see if they're going to go for it. I know Lip, you know, he's loved Sombra for so long. He's probably one of the best Sombras in the world historically. Kid's obviously been trained dramatically lately. We haven't seen, I believe, almost any Sombra. I think France is the only team to really pick that one up a little bit. And there it is. Fielder speeds them out, and there we go. We got the squad.
All right, everyone, get in the truck. We're going to the concert. Fielder's got the speed. I don't even remember what Brig did, but man, Colombia are just not letting the music play on, though. They just collapsed right into them. Also, along with the Bastion, which is not supposed to be as mobile and as in your face as SuperGomez is playing, but hey, he was a tank for a reason. He's frontlining.
This is going way worse than it did in the music video. That's all I'm saying, is we're going to see Lip is going to force the Colombian squad to fall back to the point because he's sort of applying some backline pressure. Hanbin's coming back, but that was a great first rush from Colombia. Seeing the squad of South Korea run into them. That's what you need to do when you're the Reinhardt. Be proactive.
Colombia trying to take the initiative, and Sombra is a lot more different than when Lip played it before. So this will be a lot more challenging for him, and the kills are still following through for South Korea, because, you know, Sparkle just casually getting a 2K was easily the MVP of Busan, and the only one that could kill Sparkle was Sparkle himself when he had to pulse bomb his own feet, but yeah.
Hey, you know, Sparkle is the only person who can beat Sparkle. We've seen that in the past within the Overwatch League, but that's going to be a pretty good and quick first cap from South Korea. And now Colombia, they have to keep the foot on the gas. They have to keep going. Just like Sserafim in the music video, they are the ones who have to go proactive.
Yes. South Korea hoping for a perfect night, and for Lip, and so it is. That's a 4-man EMP, backhands Mixvi, and Colombia gotta hope they can escape with their lives. And HappyAlonso, very sad to have to just keep his shield up and hope that his team gets out, but Team South Korea also have to push the cart, so they've let him escape.
Yeah, they've let him escape, and it's interesting to get a look at the Sombra for the first time, you know, or at least, you know, get a good look at it in competitive, because there's been mixed reviews of the new Sombra rework. Obviously, you have that virus that you can put on people, and the hacks aren't as effective, so it's a lot more of a poke hero where you're just trying to put out pressure and just be disruptive, but you're not as much of an assassin as you used to be.
And there's Kitsune Rush right into the Ant Matrix. So South Korea don't want to run into their own death. I like that Hanbin's trying to push people down from that bridge. And there is the Blizzard thrown in South Korea's face. And this is enough to freeze Hanbin, but he has to self-destruct. He has a second life, but I can't say the same for Colombia. HappyAlonso gets blown up along with all the dominoes behind him. And Team South Korea will be capping point B.
Yeah, Hug just falls first. As soon as they lose all that healing, there's just no way they can stand up to the amount of damage that Korea has. And once again, Lip is just charging up another EMP, and they've got him trapped in this old spawn.
Uh-oh. Colombia. They're really good at running away, though. Team South Korea, it's a game of cat and mouse, and they're on the hunt. And they managed to lose Fielder somehow, and Hanbin will be forced to use self-destruct if he wants another life. And still is killing people in pilot form, so Team South Korea just can't be stopped.
They're just too dominant. They just put out so much damage, and their pre-existing synergy of when they used to play together in the Overwatch League is really coming through. And now Colombia, they do have ultimates. We have HappyAlonso with the Earth Shatter. This one could be huge and get them into the fight.
Colombia were able to just take initiative at the start of this map, but they run right into the EMP, and somehow Lip is still able to translocate out. Here's the Shatter that only gets Lip down on his back, and Colombia can't take advantage of this, but they got the Photon Barrier to split up the fight, so maybe HappyAlonso can swing a bit more, but he can't swing in heaven. Mixvi with the Sound Barrier is a little too late, and Colombia tried to make the most out of this moment, now committing the Amp Matrix. It's not enough damage into South Korea. Colombia fall yet again.
Yeah, just all of their ultimates just a little wrong. The Sound Barrier just doesn't save HappyAlonso. The Shatter not really finding the value. Now they're desperation mode. They need to get on the cart, and they will.
Colombia managed to touch, and South Korea
the rush is a problem.
Re-engage with the Kitsune rush. The Maywall only slows them down. You gotta hope that this blizzard from Drummer comes online soon. But Team South Korea are killing them, and they've even pushed them off the card. 3 minutes and 43 is what Team South Korea will ring in.
And for a lot of our new viewers, there's a lot of reason why, a lot of us analysts have been hyping up Team South Korea just because of, as a region, they've been some of the strongest Overwatch players in the world, and you're starting to see a masterclass of it right now. Colombia, they were good in the qualifiers to get into this group stage. They went 5-0 in their group, but so far, even against South Korea playing a composition that you would say is not technically meta, unless you're trying to be a K-pop group, then Colombia just still can't even hold up to that. And that's the sheer power of the South Korea, because Colombia, they're doing the right things, they have the right idea, just nothing's working.
I think the true crime is that Mercy is not part of the Sserafim, the skins. You imagine? We'd be having like 300k viewers if that was the case.
If we had a Mercy Sserafim skin right now, we'd be the most popular game in the world. But hey, we're giving some other people some time in the sun. Honestly, the skins have been awesome. All right, let's just take a detour right now. Lemon, which one's your favorite skin of the Sserafim drop?
Oh, I gotta say Diva. She's just looking so groovy, and she's so cute. And I'm glad that she saved everyone from the car crash by using her mech to lift up the van. Because, we just almost kind of drove into the ocean there, but honestly, so thanks, Kiriko.
My biggest issue with the entire music video is the tracer recall doesn't work like that. That's not lore accurate.
So true.
And, I feel like someone needs to step in when these types of things happen.
So how do you forget your tickets to the concert? That's probably the most expensive thing in the world. But Colombia, they can rely on at least attending this point. We'll see if South Korea have enough in them to full hold like they did before on Control. Now Colombia have made their way to the top right. SuperGomez missing in action. And Sombra is much more difficult to play. You're going to see her die a lot more than before. And I guess with the rest of Colombia, they can hold hands and spawn.
Oh, Fielder's just taking names right now on this Kiriko, just going so aggressive, finding headshots. And HappyAlonso is going to find it very difficult to play Winston into this composition from South Korea. And that's why you're going to see, once again, wholesale swaps over to the Reinhardt. If they can play together, potentially they can punish some of the aggression from some of these individual players from South Korea.
Team South Korea holding Colombia at bay. Here's the teleport from Colombia to get to the top right. And a lot of speed being used. HappyAlonso, though, wants to play conservatively, hold the shield up as much as he can, and he can't keep South Korea at bay. And that's a 3K stick from Lip. Say goodbye to Colombia.
And that was just, once again, Colombia caught in a small room against an ultimate, and it was just perfect from Lip. Goes on to Mixvi, I believe, and just delivers it to the rest of his team. That was a great strategy from Colombia, though. They punished ChiYo. They're doing the right things. It's just better play from Lip.
And good ice block, good shield from HappyAlonso. Now, changing up the strategy, Colombia want to go through this left side to have as much cover as possible. Also choose a route that Team South Korea aren't holding. at least for the moment. Kitsune Rush is available for Fielder. This could be what kicks off the fight for them, but is Colombia going to want to teleport to that top right side again? They see Hanbin there, hoping to use an Ant Matrix too. Kitsune Rush plus EMP. Colombia are just trying to touch the point. They're all so low, and Team South Korea are hunting them down one by one, and the Ant Matrix still not enough to even get a single kill.
Just walking into the trap from Sparkle as soon as they tried to cross that distance. Perfectly timed EMP from Sparkle. It potentially might have been the biggest immortality field I've ever seen in my life from Hug, but they just couldn't get the health bars back up there. And now with a minute 30 remaining, Colombia still coming up with nothing, and Hug falls, just trying to walk out of spawn.
Hug has to be the most like bullied person in this lobby, even on Busan. Just getting killed in spawn. Colombia are still stuck there. Team South Korea, just I don't know if they've even died, but through this whole defense, Colombia, are they going to change their comp? They're working up to some ultimates, so probably not.
They have to hold on to it. They need to hope that these ultimates are going to be enough. They just need to find a way to get the engagement in their favor. Hug almost gets one clip by Lip there, and that's a great pick. Now, all they need to do is get onto the point. They need to apply pressure to South Korea, but be careful because you know there's going to be pressure. Great TP from Colombia getting towards this point, not allowing Korea to pick them off on the I guess, trek to the point.
Not even a first take. Okay, there it is. Hanbin was trying to contest. Lip will be back very shortly. Colombia being almost too patient with their ultimates. They should have taken an initiative like we liked them to do before with that sound barrier, but it came in too late, didn't save Drummer, and now things are in shambles. Team South Korea with the rally gets shattered down by HappyAlonso, and Team South Korea, they thrive in this chaos, and Colombia are still trying to get organized. And HappyAlonso is able to trade with Lip, but Colombia only got 57%, which won't be enough. Colombia got a hope to touch around the corner. Is this Lucio of Mixvi, who's getting hacked and shoved out by Hanbin? It was a blizzard from... No, it actually
EMP'd away.
EMP'd.
Insult to injury there for Colombia, and just not able to stand up against South Korea. Just showing a masterclass of Overwatch at the highest level in Colombia. You know, you can see themselves. There's a couple of smiles on their face. It's a great opportunity to play against the players of the caliber of South Korea. And they had their moments from time to time, but for the most part, just a dominant win.
I'm just glad that Team South Korea are showing us a new meta. The Sserafim meta, I'm so down. I don't know how this will go at the main event, but Team South Korea continue to be the team to beat. And man, they really did beat down Colombia too, even going to the spawn room doors, not letting them get out, constantly flanking them. And that's something that Colombia really struggled with.
Yeah, and when you have players with such individual confidence like South Korea, you see like Hugs is walking out of spawn, surrounded by the rest of his team, and then he almost gets one clip by the Tracer of Lip. And that's, how do you deal with that? How do you handle that?
But that means that we have some takeaways, right? What did we learn? What excited us? What made us happy? Danny, you go first.
What made me happy? You guys all know it. We love K-pop. K-pop's the new meta. The Sserafim meta. I think that's how Lemon called it. I just love it. I think that's the perfect name. You know, with the release of the collab and now the Team Korea, you know, with K-pop idols, you know, and now there's Team South Korea sort of like, you know, go hand in hand. They're like promoting them at the same time. But it was, you know, at the end of the day, I guess my big takeaway is that South Korea, yes, they can play anything and they will still beat the opponent. They're that good.
Yeah. Look, I mean, they're playing Mexico later this week, right? Maybe they'll bring it out again.
And bring it back.
Oh, 100%. Please, Team South Korea. Like, I'll be so sad if this is the last time we saw the list of
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I think there are more times that we're gonna see this in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have what it takes to commit to the bids.